Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
The Warrington Irish Club. Friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and Crown Green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club. Give Frank a call on 01925 243 363.
Mulligan's Funeral and Monumental Services are a family-owned funeral service first established by the late Brian Mulligan in 1996. We provide funeral homes in Gorton, Manchester and Reddish, Stockport, and we pride ourselves on giving a friendly and professional service to all the families who use our service. Contact us on 0161 432 0809.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Coming up on the show later, we'll be visiting Premier Events in Dinton and finding out about the good work that they do in the community. But first up tonight, the Middlewich Folk Festival has always been a great event down the years, but this year it's tinged with a little bit of sadness because the Middlewich Paddies, who have played at the festival for many years, have decided to retire. And we went along to the grand finale.
Welcome to the Middlewich Folk and Boat Festival and the Middlewich Paddies! Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm going to make a good show. Shining steel, tempered in the fire. We'll cut you down like an old dead tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town.
Richard, here we are celebrating 40 years of the Middlewich Paddies.
Yeah, here we are, last one, so they say, but I don't know. Next week we could have a reunion, I suppose, wouldn't we?
Why are you guys retiring? Because you know you got such a reception in there, to everybody loves you.
I think it's something to do with old age. You can't get me breath. That's about it, really. You know, but it's his idea to retire. But like you say, it's also his idea to do the reunion as well.
Hey, take me back to Castle Rock, empty of mail. It's the only place in Ireland I'm looking fortunate. Where they meet you with a friendly smile any time of day. When I set me foot in old Mayo, I never more.
Dave, of course, look at the Middlewich Festival down the years has been very, very popular and brought lots of enjoyment to lots of people.
It has, yes. Since 1990 we started it just because we wanted something to happen in Middlewich, a little town in Cheshire. Everybody complaining there's nothing to do. So the festival was born out of giving us somewhere to play, really. We've hosted it every year. We've played every festival since it started, but I think now is the time for us, I think, to call it a day at the festival.
On a Saturday night, Dick Riley does relate. He said he first came over here in 1938. That was the year before the war, if memory serves me clear. But written on the factory floor, oh, Irish want to hear. Hey, take me back to Castlebar, the county of Mayo. It's the only place in Ireland I'm longing for to go. Where we greet you with a friendly smile and bid you time of day. When I set me foot in old Mayo, I never more will say.
We want the festival to continue, though. Is that going to happen?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. If you have a look around town, the Fringe and the canals come alive every year, every June, and that's got to continue. It's good for the town, and we think, however it's laid out, the format, what the content is. I did 23 festivals, so everyone's got their own interpretation of how it should be. But if the town comes alive, it's got to be good for the community.
Other people have picked up the mantle this time, and you know, 2 young girls taking it over from the council and done a very good job this weekend.
You've certainly put in your heart and soul into organising the festival down the years, and it's always been a huge success every single year, and you've been very lucky with the weather again.
We have, yeah, fingers crossed. There's bits of rain now, but we've had a few washouts for sure after 30 odd years, but generally the community's come out to support it and enjoy it. That's the main thing. That was ultimately what it was all about, and hopefully that will continue.
So, very well, my old true love, and when I return, I think you'll be. It's not believing on the road that breeds me, but me darling, when I think of thee.
Graham, how long have you been playing with the Middlewich Paddies?
Well, ever since the beginning, really. It all started from playing rugby. And Richard and I used to sing songs after the rugby matches. But our chairman was very keen that the young people got to learn some good songs. So he encouraged us to sing the folk. So we sang the folk songs together. Tommy sang along as well. And eventually we formed a band and we are where we are now. At that time it was the Kinderton Folk. There were about 7 of us. But over the years it's got down to 3. And we want to quit before we get down to 2.
And of course you've taken your music all over, haven't you?
Oh yes, we had a tour of near Paris. We went near Paris. We went to Trapp. We went as a cultural exchange. We went to the Isle of Man. We did several gigs in the Isle of Man. We've been to Ireland, around Castlebar and thereabouts. So yeah, we've had a lot of fun in a lot of places.
And I want to thank the Middlewich Paddies for doing such a great spot. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it's very sad. It's their last show, but after a spot like that, I'm going to raise a petition to bring them back. Because you can't beat a live show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It helps you forget your problems and worries.
I have a funny feeling we'll have a reunion show. I think there'll be feedback from today, and I think they will maybe just do the odd one, maybe even once a year, just to keep the hand in, because people then, those songs, you see, will never go out of fashion, as you know, Martin. They'll always, I'll think of something with May. I'll think, do you remember at school we used to do the Green Glens of Antrim? So I'll shout to Alexa, Alexa, could you play Foster and Allen singing the Green Glens? And I'm transported back to my childhood, you know, in Belfast.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you looking forward to your holidays? Are you? I've been to Spain. Well, I went to Spain. I don't know where my luggage went. I went to Manchester Airport and got my own back. I said to the lady behind the check-in, lady behind the check-in, come here. I'd like that suitcase to go to Malaga that one to go to Tenerife, and that one to go to Heathrow Airport. She said, I haven't got time for all that. I said, well, you did last week.
Jimmy, you've just come off stage. You were on stage for over an hour, and honestly, I have to say, the crowd broke their hearts laughing. It was so funny in there.
Oh, I know. Well, it wasn't always like that, Martin. Come here. I remember the first time I did my act, I came off the stage in the club, to the sound of my own footsteps. And the concert secretary, he ran round and he said, what's the matter with you? And I said, I feel funny. He said, well, quick, get back on stage until that room door is off. Now, here we are, yes, and you probably, your viewers will see the Middlewich Royal British Legion. And I'm so happy to be here because it's the farewell show of the Middlewich Paddies. And although these boys were born around this area, they've all Irish connections and they love the Irish folk songs.
This year is a special year as well for you. You're celebrating 50 years in the entertainment business.
When I met my good lady May Marion at the Pontons Holiday Camp in Morecambe, she'd come over with her two sisters from Belfast and they worked as waitresses, and I fell in love, and she motivated me, you know, Marty. And next year we're going to be celebrating 50 years married, would you believe?
That's fantastic.
It's lovely.
Looking forward to a big, massive celebration in Rochdale.
Our children might do something for us. You know, that would be lovely. That would be lovely.
He ran into my house. He said, I was going to the newspaper shop and your dog went for me. I said, well, he's never went to the newspaper shop for me.
You're pretty busy all over, aren't you?
Yes, thank God. The Lindeen Hotel in Blackpool. That's that big blue one right on the front. I've been doing that for 8 years now. I used to do 22 shows when I first started at it, but now I do 6 a year, and starting next month, July, I'll do the first Wednesday of every month right through to December.
He said, where have you been? I said, the cemetery. He said, who's dead? I said, they all are.
It's been great to see you today. Great to see the reception you got when you were coming off stage when you finished. And honest God, everybody enjoyed your act, and well done to you. Congratulations.
Thanks for all the exposure I've had with Irish in the UK and everybody at home. We love you.
In my Liverpool home, in my Liverpool home, we speak with an accent exceedingly rare. Read under a statue exceedingly bare. If you want a cathedral, we've got one to spare. In my Liverpool home. One more time.
So what are you going to do with your time?
Sleep a bit more, I think, relax. But we'll always stay in touch. And you don't know what, we never say never. When I suggested to the guys, let's make this the last one at the festival, they agreed. As soon as we announced it, everybody thought we were retiring completely. But it's certainly the last gig that we're going to do at the festival. In terms of the future, who knows?
And Richard, you've got great connections over in County Mayo and over in the west of Ireland.
From your part of the world, Balcarra. Mention all my relations, the Kennys in Balcarra and round Castlebar.
Are you going to go over there and do a final gig in Ireland? Wouldn't that be fantastic?
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
But certainly all the crowd in there today was so sad to see you doing your last gig here.
Yeah, with some relief maybe as well. For them and for us.
It's a great turnout, isn't
Yes,
it? It's fantastic turnout here.
It's the only place in Ireland I'm longing for.
Thanks for all the enjoyment you've given us over the last 40 years, and enjoy your retirement.
Cheers, Martin. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Martin. Thanks.
Cheers.
Thank you.
It was great to see Jimmy Cricket come along and say farewell to the lads. The Middlewich Paddies have given so much pleasure and enjoyment down the years, and we wish them the very best of luck in their retirement. Now it's time for a break, and we'll see you soon.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home, and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
The Warrington Irish Club, a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club. Give Frank a call on 01925 243 363.
Mulligan's Funeral and Monumental Services are a family-owned funeral service first established by the late Brian Mulligan in 1996. We provide funeral homes in Gorton, Manchester and Reddish, Stockport, and we pride ourselves on giving a friendly and professional service to all the families who use our service. Contact us on 0161 432 0809.
Welcome back. Now we're off to Premier Events in Dinton. They specialise in football memorabilia. They're also great supporters of charity events.
John, tell me a little bit about Premier Events.
Hi Martin, mate. Well, we started a long time ago, being fair, and we started fundraising for grassroots football. Had a great relationship with all the ex-footballers, so we did sportsmen's dinners. So we did, the first one we ever did was, believe it or not, was James H. Reeves from Piccadilly and Tommy Docherty. And then we did one for the local West End, which was a local junior football club. And then somebody else asked us, could we do one for them? And basically that's how we started, Martin, yeah. And then we got involved, obviously, doing the memorabilia, which we auctioned off. And over the years, there's not many junior football clubs that we've not worked for. So basically, yeah, it was all grassroots football.
And my goodness, how your dinners have grown over the years and the amount of people that come along to them now and have a wonderful time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's like any business, Martin. It's grown. We've gone from just doing sportsmen's dinners in local venues. Recently, we've just done 6 shows with Paul Gascoigne, which was very successful, again for grassroots football.
He'll send him to Mr. Paul Gascoigne.
And then we've just done, away from football, we've done 4 or 5 shows with the boxers. Frank Bruno, done quite a lot with Frank Bruno. So yeah, it has evolved. It's like any business, you know, we've done really well at it, yeah.
So would you give a big stomp of welcome to the one and only Mr. Kevin Keegan, ladies and gentlemen.
Your heart and soul is in grassroots football, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been doing grassroots football for many years, Martin. You know, I just think, and it's the conversation we've had, that the money from the higher level don't get filtered down into the grassroots. And these, you know, they're doing a fantastic job. They're getting the kids off the street, you know, giving them somewhere to go, and obviously somewhere to play football.
And you also get involved with the Munich Memorial Dinner in February as well.
Yeah, we've done that one at Hotel Football with our good friend Alan Keegan, the voice of Old Trafford. So we did a show last February, you know, in commemoration for the Munich, and then we've got one on the 2nd of February, which we just negotiating on the lineup now. But yeah, it was a fabulous show, that one, yeah.
Of course, John, it depends what colour you are in Manchester, whether you're red or blue. But I have to say, you've got a magnificent shop here. Tell me a little bit about some of the memorabilia you've got on sale here.
Yeah, and obviously this side we've got the Man United items. We've done a few personal signings with Giggsy and Scholes, and obviously we've got current players. And then we range from small items with signed cards that we frame. We've got shirts, boots, balls that which we sell on the sportsman's dinners, raising money for the grassroots football. And then even going back to players such as George Best, we've got one or two items of his which are very popular, very hard to get hold of.
Eddie, tell me a little bit about Manchester City Football Club Memorial. Let's not forget Past Blues.
Well, basically, it's I set it up a Facebook group about 9 years ago, dedicated basically to Manchester City supporters that passed away, because we always remember players that passed away, but fans who are the lifeblood of a club, we don't. And up to press, I think about 9,500 people follow it.
And it's great to remember them down the years.
Yeah, and it's great feedback, and basically that's why I do this through it. In the beginning, I do go home and away with the lads, and I didn't really want to sell through it, but then I thought, you know what, charity needs money, organisations, air ambulance, all sorts of organisations. So obviously when I met John a few years ago, I had a charity night. I walked into John's place, I'd not sold one ticket. I booked the arena, I booked the entertainment, and I'm an OCD sufferer, so when I walked out I'm thinking, what have I done? Luckily within two weeks it was full of 200 people. A lot of ex-players back me up, they come and give the time, which I really appreciate.
Tell me a little bit about, yourself and your OCD.
It's lifelong really, and I suppose in a way it's put me down the path. Everything I do is based on OCD, but it's one of those, I try and do everything with perfection. Doesn't always work. My partner helps me pick clothes and whatever. That's what it is. It's difficult, but this helps me. I've got a great relationship with John, a trusting one, and through this I've been able to raise many thousands for many charities.
You're wearing a very special medal today.
Yeah, a Champions League. I've waited a long time. I've seen them win everything else. I'm 65, so I've seen them win the league in the late 60s and cups. Then at bad times, but stuck with them. Now we're at the pinnacle. I don't know what else we can do. I'm just a very proud man, a very relieved man. They looked at the end of the season, they looked shattered, the team. Yeah, they spent a lot of money, but they recruit money, and the owners have done so much for East Manchester. And to be honest, I can't thank them enough for what they've done. And the team we've got now it's world class, it's great. But if it changed tomorrow, my love wouldn't change.
You've also got Messi here and Ronaldo.
Yeah, Messi, specialists obviously with Messi and Ronaldo, some great items, two of the greatest footballers on the planet, and we do very well with, but obviously sourcing them, which we have a good source to get them, and they're good sellers, and they raise a lot of money again on the auctions, yeah.
And of course, I couldn't forget George Best, and I'm just looking at a lovely book here that you've got, George Best, and he's still very popular.
Well, George obviously is one of the greatest at Manchester United, and then, like I say, far and few between now, Martin. There's not many about. I think we've only got a signed book and a couple of signed photos, but yeah, very popular. Yeah.
What's your best-selling piece for Manchester City?
Well, we're still doing a lot of the old stuff like Colin and Haaland now and Aguero. Those moments will never go away. But how this works basically is, when I did my first charity night, when COVID came along, I'd had two others, I think 4,500 for the Battle Back Centre, Christie's, breast cancer. So I'd done a few dues. And when COVID came along, John said, do you want to help alongside me? So I did, and we discussed this. And how it works is every item I manage, and it's gone worldwide now, every item I get rid of, the money will go into John's bank, and basically he will then, at the end of each month, say, we've earned this much, where do you want this percentage going? And I'll say to John, will you send it to this, Christie's, will you send it to Francis House? And that's how it works. And then they send me a thank you, and that's what it is. And it's just, at the moment I'm after a defibrillator for local school or a junior football club. Because if it saves one life, that'll be amazing.
And I know that you're also chairman of Manchester City.
Yeah, one of the supporters club, the Bluebells, which is just across the road from the Etihad. It's the closest to the Etihad, and I'm very proud to be the chairman of that. And yeah, I've got such a following now, which is so nice. So many people on John's dues come up and say, "Oh, nice to meet you, Eddie. What a great job." But for me, it's humbling, because without people buying this from me, I wouldn't be able to do it. So, you know, I thank them all. It's just a pleasure.
Are you looking forward to the new season?
Do you know what? I don't know. How do we better it? It's just, I don't know. I've got the Super Cup coming up, and then we've got the World Club Championship, and we're in dreamland. Mind you, half the team seem to be going at the moment, so I might get a game.
Tell me about this special Manchester City plaque.
Well, one of the events, I met some people from Majestic Memorials. They do stonemasonry and for funerals, and they asked me if I'd like a plaque donating, and I thought it'd be a small one. So 6 months later they called me in, I saw the design, and they'd ordered some Indian granite, and it was 6x4, it's solid. It's now up in the bar in Mary Dee's across the road. It's got a nice little memorial poem on it, it's got my name on the bottom, it's got the crest on, and it took 6 of us to get it up on the wall. It's huge. I can't thank Majestic Memorials from Wythenshawe too much, both big Manchester City fans, but the amount of people that had the picture taken with that, it's an iconic piece, and we unveiled it there to a full packed pub, and it was great, and it was everyone was singing my name, which was embarrassing but nice, but it's a beautiful piece of work, and I'd like to thank them a lot.
And John, I know that you're heavily involved in various charity events and fundraising.
Yeah, we do, Martin, being fair. So if you're organising a charity event, we've supplied quite a few over the years, and basically we do a sale or return. So if you're having a charity event, you can come in, discuss your event, and we'll give you the items, sale or return. Nobody ever brings anything back, because obviously great pieces. So yeah, if you're having a charity event, come and see us, and we'll get involved and help you out, yeah.
Tell us how people can find out a little bit more, and how they can come into your shop, and how they can find you to buy some of this lovely, lovely memorabilia you've got here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're based in Denton. We have Tameside Business Park, or if you go on to our obviously Premier Events and memorabilia, the websites, you can go through there, or just contact us direct. A lot of it is, we are what we class as bespoke, so a lot of it is personal.
Well, I honestly say I could spend the day here with you, John, going around through all this United and City memorabilia. It's fantastic, and thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, pleasure. Thank you, Martin. Thank you.
So if you're organising a fundraising event and you want that something extra special to try and raise money and promote your event, why not contact Premier Events and see what they have to offer? Now, we'll be back with the Irish in the UK next Thursday evening. Until then, take good care, and we'll see you next time.